It's your teacher, Miss Lisa. And we're going to start off our morning today by singing our good morning song. Who's ready to sing with me today? Good. Now let's sing our morning song together, guys. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you this morning? It's good to see all of you. It's good to see all of you. It's good to see all of you. How are you this morning? How are you guys doing this morning? Good. I'm glad to hear that's how you're feeling this morning. How are you feeling today? How are you doing today, Mr. Huck?
Let me think, Miss Lisa. Today I'm feeling excited, and it's because today is our second day of virtual school, and I get to see you guys again. If you weren't with us yesterday, we're both glad that you're joining us today. And how are you feeling today, Miss Lisa?
I'm feeling great, Mr. Hector. Thank you for asking me. And now we're going to move on to our second step. Hi, guys. Now we'll be going over second step. So for a second step today, we're going to be learning about joining in with play. So today we're going to be learning how we can join in and play with our friends. So today we're going to be looking at this picture, and I'm going to introduce you to our friend Allison. So this is Allison right here, and from this photo, I want you guys to tell me, what do you guys see in this photo? Well, what I see in this photo is I see Allison watching 3 children play with a bucket of sand, right? Yeah. And it also looks from this photo that it looks like Allison really wants to play with them. So, my question to you guys, what could Allison say to show that she wants to join in their play? What do you think Allison should say? Well, Allison can say hello, she can ask them, what are you doing? And she could also say, hey, that looks like fun. So I'm going to tell you what Allison did next. So Allison said, that's a big bucket, and it also looks like fun. Allison then has a fun idea. She says, you could use the shovels to fill in the bucket. Yep, see? There's shovels right there that I could fill in the bucket. And the other children loved the idea. So now, Allison is ready to ask to join in the play. What could Allison say? So, what are some good things Allison can say to join in the play with them? What do you guys think? What could Allison say? Well, a few things Allison can say is, may I join? Or may I help you fill in the bucket? Now I'm going to ask you guys, how should her voice sound when asking her friends to join in the play? How should Allison's voice sound? Well, Allison should ask the children to play in a nice, friendly, respectful voice. We have to ask our friends nicely if we could play with them. So I'm going to tell you what Allison asks next. So Allison asks, may I help you fill in the bucket? If you think that works for Allison, raise your hand. If you think Allison did it the right way and she asked her friends nicely, raise your hand. Let's see. I'm going to cover this photo and let's see. It worked! You see? The other children let Allison play with them. And they dump out the bucket and they fill it up again together with the shovels. Just how Allison suggested. Just like Allison said, Allison told them, why don't we use the shovels? And they liked the idea. And then Allison asked nicely if she could play with them, and they said yes. Do you guys see this? Wow. So now, I hope what you guys learned today is how to join and play. And the ways that we can join and play is by asking our friends very nicely in a nice friendly voice and say, "May I please join you and play?" And they'll probably say yes. Okay guys, now that we finished with second step, now we're going to be joined by Mr. Hector, who's going to start with our question of the day. All right, Mr. Hector, are you ready?
I sure am, Miss Lisa. Thank you so much. Hi guys, how are we doing today? I hope you guys are doing great. We're going to be discussing our question of the day. And the question is, are you bigger or are you smaller than a tree? So let's go get our shoes on, go get mommy and daddy and have one of them come with you. And let's go outside and let's pick a tree. I already have my tree picked out and I'm going to stand next to it. And then I want you guys to help me figure out if I'm bigger or smaller than that tree. Let's go. All right, guys, this here's the tree that Mr. Hector picked. You guys see it? Such a big tree. Has lots of branches and lots of leaves. All right, guys. So now I'm going to stand up next to it, and I want you guys to help me decide if you guys think I'm bigger or if I'm smaller than this tree. You guys thought I was bigger, you guys are being silly. All right, but if you thought I was smaller, you guys were absolutely right. Good job, guys. Nicely done. Now we're going to move on back inside and we're going to have more fun. Let's go. All right, guys, now that we are inside, get comfortable, get close to the screen because Mr. Hector is about to read you a book. All right, guys, the book that we're going to be reading today is titled Our Tree Named Steve by Alan Zweibel. Dear kids, a long time ago, when you were little, Mom and I took you to where we wanted to build a house for us to live in. But in order to build there, men had to come and clear the land. I remember there was one tree, however, that the three of you couldn't stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying, Lindsay said it looked nervous, and Saidi, who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree and called it Steve. I love you, Steve, she kept saying. And then Adam and Lindsay started saying it. And before too long, Mom and I got the hint and asked the builder to please save Steve. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. He quickly worked his way into your lives as a swing holder, a target, third base, a hiding place, and a jump rope turner. And whenever our dryer broke down, he held our underwear with pride. Yes, right there, in the center of our yard, this weird-looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life. Through all of our barbecues, campouts, dance parties, or when Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simon kids next door, Steve adjusted to our every need. And it wasn't always easy standing tall through snowstorms in the winter. Or when Uncle Chester napped in the hammock, couldn't possibly have been fun, not to mention the time that the sewer overflowed and Steve sucked up all the smelly water before it drowned Kirby. Then got so sick himself that the tree doctor had to come give Steve a haircut that made him look like a big dummy. Through the years, Mom and I had tried to show you, in a world filled with strangers, the peace that comes with having things you can count on and a safe place to return to after a hard day or a long trip. Which brings me to the point of this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. And though we spared Steve's lives a long time ago, this time we couldn't save him. Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in his final moments, when he could have fallen on our house, Saidi's swing, Kirby's house, or Mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. And friends like this are hard to find. So when you come home from Grandma's next week, Steve will not be able to greet you as he's done in the past. I'm sorry, but please know that Steve will always be with us, in our hearts, in our thoughts, and in a different tree at the other end of our yard. See you next week. Love, Dad. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed the story today. And I have a question. Do you guys have a tree at home that you guys like? Take a picture and send it to us. Let me and Miss Lisa know. All right, that wraps up our story time today. All right, guys, I hope you guys had fun today doing the good morning song and second step with Miss Lisa and doing the outside activity where we were comparing ourselves if we were bigger or smaller than the trees, and with the book I read you guys today. We'll see you tomorrow. It'll be Wednesday. Get ready, get lots of sleep, and goodbye, guys, and goodbye, Miss Lisa.
Goodbye, everybody. See you tomorrow. Goodbye, Mr. Hector.